They're asking for, and this is a function called n of x. They're asking for what may I allow, or what is allowed for x to be replaced with, to make sense. Then randomly we can stand here and try numbers. We're not going to do that. We'll just jump right into it. It is a square root. So if it's a square root, I know for sure, as earlier, that this will not make sense unless this that's underneath that square root, that radical, must be that, or forget it. You can't do the square root of a negative. So that all that part underneath there must represent a positive, could be a 0, written like that. Now, if you solve that, you'll find the domain. Then I think you'll see why I'm doing this right before the quiz. Can anyone now tell me? And I think every student in class would agree, this statement is true. This must be this for that square root to make sense. Now, can anyone tell me how would you now continue and actually solve that? And I see about 2 hands going up again. Oh, yes, Billy.
Would you subtract 16?
I could. I prefer something else. There's nothing wrong that I see that. I prefer something else.
Add the x.
Tell me again.
Add the x.
Add the x. I see something else that might be even better. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm trying to tie it in with something we've done before and something that may be helpful on the quiz when you see the quiz. See another hand going up. Yes. Okay, factor. This is a difference of squares, they call it. It can be factored into, in the order you see it, into as a difference of squares, that. Would you guys agree? Mm-hmm. Now, if I use the sign analysis on this, go to a number line. Can anyone give me the critical numbers required on that number line to work with? Just based on what you see right now, what will be my two? There will be 2 of them. 2 critical numbers, and then I'll start testing. Who sees those 2 critical numbers right quickly just from this?
-4 and 4.
Yes, you take your time and set each one of these equal to 0 on the side here and solve right quickly, guys. I'm going to do it real quickly. We've done so many of these. You're going to end up with 4 and a -4 as critical numbers. -4, +4. Now, based on what you see, can they be darkened in or should they be open? Can they be included? Okay, that means they are darkened in. What a nice problem to tie in sign analysis with a domain problem. Now test. Okay, out to the left of -4, guys, it's up to you. We'll try -6. Here we'll try maybe a 0. And here I think we'll try an 8. And see what works. We're right back into sign analysis. Now for a quick check here, let's test here. -6, I'm going right here. I'm going to replace x by -6. 4 subtract a -6 will turn into 4 plus 6, which is 10, which is positive. That's just the algebra there, math. 4 plus a -6 is a -2, a negative. So I got a positive times a negative. May I use it based on what you see here? I'm looking for a result what's greater than 0, which means I'm looking for something positive. Can't use it. In between, I'm going to try 0. 4 subtract 0, of course, is 4, which is positive. 4 plus 0, another positive, 4. And yes, that is a positive, which, based on what we've done, that is what I'm looking for. 8, I doubt 8 works, but we'll try it. 4 subtract 8 is a -4. And 4 plus 8 is a positive 12. I can see right now the negative times the positive gives me a negative. Can I use it? No. Based on that, my domain tied in with sign analysis, that's how math is, it's all related. That domain is, back up here, what is allowed for the x's up there in that domain for the function, bracket, anything caught between these two, including those two. There's your domain. You get outside that domain, it's not gonna work. I feel good about this. In fact, I feel so good, I think by the time I get home, I may even start scoring papers tonight. If I start scoring and it's not looking too good, Yes,
Sorry. How do you know, negative 1 or dark instead of open? Or sorry.
Right here.
instead of open?
that equals mark.
Oh, I see.
If that equals mark were missing, there will be open.
Okay.
So that happens on all inequalities. If you see that equals, it's gonna be dark again. That means it could be equal to that. Guys, anything else right quickly? Now, this is the first time you had a quiz with me. Some professors are concerned about cheating. All professors should be concerned about cheating. I've not witnessed that maybe years ago. No, I haven't witnessed that here in my classes. Because I usually monitor pretty closely. So guys, there's don't even try. So I will have scratch paper for you, and then I'll pass the quiz out to you, and sort of go through, the quiz is short, go through and tell you exactly what is expected of you, and we'll get started. So let's clear the desk first, have everything taken off the desk.